Hello, my dear friends. Good evening. This is Dr. Jagannathan. Today, I would like to talk something about exercise and walking. Truly, it's a topic for discussion is only walking. Walking is a normal physiological phenomena that comes along with us almost from birth to death. See, a man or a woman, they start walking from probably age 1 and they walk till they die if they are fit to walk, otherwise, till they become bedridden and further they could not walk. So, walking is a normal physiological phenomena which comes along with our life throughout our life. So, now when we think about walking, people always think walking as an exercise. Of course, definitely walking is an exercise. But all exercises are not walking. That you must understand. So walking alone is not exercise. But it is an exercise. Because if you think of exercise, there are so many type of exercises other than walking. We know all these things. Now, my aim today is to discuss about walking and giving more importance to walking as an exercise. Before that, let us just consider what is exercise. See, exercise is a phenomena where our body is put into some sort of mobility, some sort of strain, some sort of exertion so that it is helpful for the metabolism. So, metabolism is the most important part of life. Metabolism, without metabolism we cannot live. So, the metabolism consists of two. One is anabolism, other one is catabolism. Anabolism means construction. Catabolism means that it's not destruction but it's a dissolution, but both are equally important. See, by means of anabolism, our body cells are built, body cells they start multiplying, our muscles develop, our bones develop, we grow. All these things occur due to anabolism. That's the constructive side of metabolism. But we need energy. We need energy. We need lot of internal functions to keep our body function normally without any interruption. For that, we need energy. That is carried out by catabolism. Catabolism is not destruction, but it is a function by which the molecules are that is they are digested or are split into various parts, thereby liberating energy. That energy, for example, if you take glucose is a big molecule. When it goes to metabolism, it enters in what is called a Krebs cycle. In the Krebs cycle, glucose is it goes into 5 or 6 processes, because glucose is first converted into ketones, then aldehyde, then acids, then finally carbon dioxide and water. All these things are catabolic. Metabolism, there is the catabolic process. In the process, energy is released. Without the metabolism of carbohydrate, especially glucose, you cannot get energy. So, for life, the most important thing is glucose, carbon dioxide and oxygen. These two are most important things. So, this why I am saying all these things is they form part of catabolism. So, metabolism consists of two, anabolism and catabolism. Both of them are equally important. Now, the metabolic process is regulated by certain hormones. Most important hormone is thyroid hormone. Thyroxine or thyroid hormone is very much essential for the normal metabolic functions of the body. So that regulates the metabolism, that regulates the liberation of energy, that regulates heart rate, that regulates your body composture and regulates fat metabolism, regulates cholesterol control. All lot of functions are carried out by thyroid hormone. I think we have already discussed about this in hypothyroidism. So I will again talk about all these things again in another topic, hyperthyroidism. So because why I am talking this is metabolism is important, and hormones like thyroxine is very important for metabolism. So without metabolism, body cannot grow, body cannot produce energy. Now, this metabolic process, they are all controlled by the whole body, and that here comes exercise. So exercise always favors metabolism. Without exercise, if somebody is all the time bedridden, all the time stable, without moving, without doing any exercise, and you see they become lethargic, they become obese, they become mentally depressed, and they become idiotic, all these things, because the metabolic process, well, everything is reduced. But when the people are active, when somebody is active at whatever age, maybe as a child, as a teenager, as a young man, as a grown-up man, as an elderly person, a senior citizen, or as an elderly person, if all of you are brisk, all of you are active, all of you are favoring metabolism, and for the liberation of energy and for the anabolic process of development, growth, they have a normal functioning of life. So for that, exercise is very important, because I told you, without exercise, you may have all energy, you may have all enzymes, but they will not be brought into interaction. There will not be any metabolic process going on. So everything becomes a stable state, a stable stage, because that become what you say is that is stable. That is they are not kinetic. So only the kinetic process is responsible for the whole universe, So now coming to the exercise. Exercise, there are a lot of exercise, but I am not going to go into in detail of all these things. Exercise is broadly classified into two. One is isometric exercise, other one is isotonic exercise. You all know what is means isometric. Isometric means the metric means length, isn't it? Distance. The distance does not change. That's in the same place. You are running the same place. Isotonic means tone means the strength or the contraction, relaxation of the body. That's called isotone. Tone. That's called tone. So now there are two exercises I told you. One is isometric exercise. In isometric exercise, you are not moving. You are not displacing. You are not moving from one place to another place. For example, when you go to gym, you do a lot of exercise. There, you do pull-ups, you do weightlifting, you do a lot of all exercise you do sitting in one place. You are not changing your place. Of course, only in a treadmill you may be walking. Other than treadmill, most of the exercise in a gymnasium, they are all isometric exercise. And what is isotonic exercise? In the isometric exercise, you put all your muscles into contraction, all your whole body into contraction and relaxation. This is more common in weightlifters, and then you got the wrestlers, you got boxers. These people, they all do more of isometric exercise. And what ultimately happened, they developed big muscles, big body, large muscles. So the isometric exercise favors more of anabolism, thereby they develop bigger body. In isotonic exercise, you are not put your muscles into so much into contraction. Of course, all the muscles, the whole body will go into contraction and relaxation consistently throughout any process. But in the isometric exercise, you put all the muscles into extreme contraction. But here, you are not putting the muscles into contraction, you are moving the body. You are doing walking, you are doing cycling, you are doing swimming. So these are all some of the exercises. They are all isotonic exercise where you cross some distance. Because metric means distance. You are cross some distance. So isometric exercise is all these three. Of the three, swimming people do, but all the people don't swim. For example, people in the seashore, almost all the people, even when I was a child, I used to swim in the sea because I come from seashore. People from riverside, they swim. But people from places where you don't have sea or river, they don't swim. Otherwise, they go for a swimming pool. And cycling almost everybody does. Then, the most important is walking. Walking is the most important isotonic exercise. And we are going to talk something about walking today. Okay, now walking is an isotonic exercise and a very important exercise, and walking everybody is doing from birth to death. Okay, now I am going to take about walking as an exercise, because if you start walking, about walking we can talk so much. We can talk pathological walking, we can talk elderly people walking, we can talk about falls, all these things. Now I am going to talk about walking as an exercise. Walking is one of the best exercise. There is no doubt about it, because if you want to do some of the isometric exercise like weightlifting, pull-ups, all these things, you need a lot of energy and other things. And lean people who cannot do some exercise after 65 or 70, they cannot do these isometric exercises. But they can easily walk. So walking is an exercise which is acceptable, accessible, and admirable for all the people. Today my aim is to talk about walking. So, walking as an exercise, it has got different phenomena. Walking means moving from one place to other place by foot. That is walking, isn't it? That we all know. So, moving from one place to another place by walking, we can, if you take small children, they toddle. They call toddlers. We call it. So they toddle. And younger children, they walk slowly. And the adolescents and young people, they walk fastly. And the young people, they walk very fastly. And the elderly people, the time taken to cross a place gets more, because the speed gets down. And super seniors, and they very slowly walk, sometimes with help. Isn't it? Assisted walking, we call it assisted walking. Now, what we are going to concentrate more here is, first what are the types of walking. I told you, when you, as an exercise, walking can be, number one, it's a slow walking. Slow walking is taken by people about 80 or something. And regular walking with a regular pace. Because when I talk about walking, I am talking about the pace. There are so many aspects, I am coming to that later. So the pace may be slow, pace may be regular, pace may be fast walking. Third one is fast walking. Fourth one is jogging. Fifth one is running. Sixth one is marathon runners. All these things are walking. But can you imagine a man, 75-year-old man cannot participate in a marathon, isn't it? Likewise, he cannot run also. Likewise, he cannot walk fast also. But sometimes, some people, I am 80, I can walk fast. But even if they can walk, they are not advised not to walk fast. People who are above 80, they are advised not to walk fast. Then, marathon, fast walk, marathon, jogging, running, jogging, fast walking, slow walking. The slow walking is acceptable to all the people. But as an elderly people, maximum you can have a fast walking. Jogging and marathon, I will never advise. Because at the age after 65 or when you go to 70, your systems are all deranged. You have heart problem, you have blood pressure, you may have neurological problem, you have a stroke, you may have got a stroke, you may have liver problem. All these things are possible. Some people may have cancer. All these things are possible in old age. So, before undertaking a walking, you have to make a schedule. For example, the time is going. For example, see, if you are whatever your age, so there is a scientific formula for walking. The formula says, for average people, 150 minutes of walking per week. That means 20 to 30 minutes of walking per day for 5 to 6 days. This is a schedule. This is the accepted schedule. If you do this you can do either a slow, older people slow walking, or regular walking, or fast walking if you are capable. The most important thing is when you are walking, you see that you fix a target. For example, today, that means I am in a fixed target. Daily, I must walk for about 25 minutes. So, then this is a target for time. Then it fixes a target. If I am starting from this place and I have to return back in this place in 25 minutes. So, which could be the target? How many kilometers or how many meters I can walk and come back. So, that's the distance. And then speed. You fix up your speed. At what pace? Pace means speed. What pace I can walk? How many steps I can cross per minute? So, that you also calculate. If you calculate all these things, you will be able to have a regular walking habit, and almost you will be able to achieve the target of 150 minutes for a week. Next one is the most important thing I am come to this. All these things you may be knowing, but nowadays people, our age people, aged people, they have problems, and I was talking about metabolism. Because of the decrease in metabolism, their stamina will be naturally reducing. But people will think, I have been walking for so many years, I have been daily walking about 6 kilometers, I have been walking about 15,000 feet per day, why should I bother? They start walking fast. But what happens? Because of the old age, reduction in metabolism, the following things can happen. Due to fast walking, one, there will be tachycardia. There will be fast heart rate, increase in heart rate. There will be excessive sweating, and there will be excessive loss of glucose. Blood glucose level will come down, and because of this thing, the heart rate. Once the heart rate is high, the blood circulation will be altered. It may be either increased or decreased. So circulation will be altered, and you may go in for hypoglycemia. If you are a diabetic person walks very fast, they go in for hypoglycemia. The blood sugar automatically goes down. People say, I take a lot of food, I walk, my sugar is normal. Of course, true. But sometimes when you not take normal food and you walk fast, you may go in for hypoglycemia. And because of excessive sweating, you lose lot of water and electrolytes. So you get dehydrated, and because of electrolyte loss, you feel giddiness. You will feel giddiness and weakness. Then you may fall down. Because of fall down, you may get injuries. Okay? And because of the increased heart rate, when you talk something, you will be listening. What you are talking, somebody is talking to the phone, they will be astonished, they will be bothered, they will be worried. Oh, my friend, say why the person is talking so much of difficulty in breathing. This is because of walking. Because the person will say, no, I am all right, it will become all right. But what I say is, there is a limit for everything. You are walking as far as you can. You can walk as long as you want, as you are capable. You can walk as far as possible you want and you are capable. You long as many steps as you want, probably it is capable. And you may walk as long as you don't get any difficulty in breathing or chest pain or palpitation. All these things you have to be aware of it. And the most important thing is, when you go for walking, always carry a small water bottle, carry a small or candy, chocolate or something, because your sugar may go down, and have your cell phone, and you can record your walking steps in your cell phone. With all these things, if you plan your walking and you follow that, your walking will be pleasurable, it is useful, and it will improve your metabolism. You have a healthy exercise pattern, and your life will be very good. So, with this small topic, there are so many things to talk about. I think these important points about walking, I conclude with this. Again, we will meet with another important and interesting topic shortly. Thank you very much. Take care. Jagannathan.